Have you had any experiences where, I don't know, where the client or on training where it's been really challenged, that question of ecology, and where it's not being met by a delegate or by a client?
Um, I would say I can't think of anything in particular. I have seen poor use of NLP. Um, what I can't say is when I've witnessed poor use of NLP, that I'm not a mind reader, so I don't know if the intent was good or not. So I could be seeing the right intent but poor execution.
Yeah, of course.
Because that can happen. Um, I don't think I've ever come across poor intent that I've observed. However, this particular question does come up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It is that thing that we talked about earlier, which was maybe somebody comes to us with an issue in their personal life and see it as somebody else's issue that needs sorting out. So they come
Fix
to
them.
us to help to fix them. And that's where our understanding of intent means that we influence that situation to make sure that whatever changes might be required come from the right position, from the heart, from where it should be. In trainings, definitely come across people that have stumbled over this bit, and it sometimes takes a little while to understand what we mean by intent, because I'm very conscious of the fact we're using a lot of NLP words and
Yeah.
language that's very common amongst those that have learned this, so therefore understand the full meaning behind the language we're using.
And
So
sometimes NLP has taken words and given them a different meaning as
completely,
well. So
exactly. So actually, essentially, what we're talking about here for me is it can take some time. I've seen it can take some time for people to grasp the concept of intent. It's not a word we use every day. What we do use is words like intentional. Did you mean it? So it's all about, what do you mean? What is it? What is it you actually want to achieve? In NLP, we talk about intent and outcome. So it's what is it that you're actually meaning by this?
yeah,
What is it you want to get out of it? What is it you expect to happen at the end of it? And questioning those two positions.
it's thinking about that driving force behind it. What
Yeah,
is it that's pushing you to make this change or to request that outcome?
yeah,
And it's very often when we're having those conversations, and we have them always with clients, it's not a situation where we would say, I'm a little bit concerned about somebody's intent here regarding this,
yeah,
so I'm going to question them deeply. We question deeply whatever it is, because very often what a client is initially thinking that they need to change is simply the presenting problem. It's what's on the surface. When we start questioning and digging, we find out that
yeah,
actually there's something at a different level that's been hidden. And that's the piece that we need to work with, that's going to help them most to achieve the outcome that they want.
yeah.
So I would hate anyone to then start working with an NLP coach. They're questioning me lots. They must think my intention isn't pure. We do this irrespective of that. But it is particularly useful to help us keep ourselves in line with that pure intent and stay
Yeah.
on the Jedi side.
And when we question motives, it's not because we feel that their motive is wrong. It's just that we want to find out what the driver is. Where is
Yeah,
that coming from?
yeah,
Find the right route to it to make it a change, if a change is needed.
yeah.
Because that's another thing. Um, not all change needs to happen. And quite often the change that somebody thinks they need is not the change they need.
Yeah,
So our questioning is all about that. It's
yeah.
about what do they want to get out of it? How do they want to do that? Is it the right thing for them and everybody else? And how can you do that with the right intent? Jedi side.